Hello, and welcome back to my channel, Clarity Uncensored. I hope all is well with you guys on this beautiful day. All is well with me. I cannot complain. We're going to go ahead and jump in. If anything about the reading resonates with you in any shape, form, or fashion, do like, share, and subscribe. I want to thank all of my new subscribers for tuning into my channel. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Continue to like, share, and subscribe. Share the videos. Tell others about the videos, about the channel. I'm sure there's something here for everyone. I do not discriminate. If it's a reading and I'm picking up on masculine energy, I'm going to say that. If it's a reading and I'm picking up on feminine energy, I'm going to say that. But know this, it's all energy. When you're listen to what parts apply to you. You can relate to. Leave everything else. So the question is, let me see. I had a question here I want to ask, and that is, what obstacles? No. Wait a minute. Yeah, it was. So, what obstacles and challenges are you guys facing in your dating life? What obstacles and challenges are you facing in your dating life? And this could be with the person that you're listening to this video for. So, what obstacles and challenges are affecting your dating life? Putting off feeling again. Somebody is trying to contain their emotions. That's a challenge for someone. You know, they just completely have shut down, per se. You know, they don't want to get involved for some. You know, they're very resistant of it. Let me see, what is this on these pieces of paper? Things to do first. Things to do first. Things to do first. They're putting everything before a relationship. Their priorities, ma'am, sir, whoever you are listening, their priorities are not of someone wanting to be in a relationship. That's not their priority. They got their priorities there. They have other priorities right now. Period. What other reason? What other challenge? Social battery is 0. Yeah. By the time they get through handling whatever business they got to handle for themselves, they have no energy left. It's not like they don't, it's not like they are trying to be antisociable on purpose. It's just they don't have the time or the energy. They could have applied a lot of time and energy to a relationship in the past, and that shit just didn't work. And so now they're saying, you know what? Fuck that. Fuck love. I'm getting ready to goddamn heal and focus on me. That's what this individual is doing. They don't. It's not like they don't replaying the breakup. See, they ain't got over the last breakup they had. Mental loops, guilt, overanalysis. They overthinking. They feeling like, what did I do? How could I have prevented this? What did I do wrong in this past relationship? These are your challenges. Somebody is still holding on to someone else from their past. That's why they can't move forward with you. Yep. That's the obstacle. That's the challenge. Well, and it could be your energy. This is either your energy or someone you listening to this video for. Okay? Let's be clear. This is either your energy or someone's energy that you're listening to this video for. Someone is trying to come across as if they're busy, they don't have time, they social battery is this and the third. All the while they still stuck in their head about all that could have transpired with this individual. Let's see, wait a minute. Hold on, I was reaching for that, but something said, get this one. Is there anything more we need to know? What are the challenges? What are the challenges? What is keeping these two individuals from uniting? What are the challenges? What are the challenges? What are the challenges? I don't see how people. Anyway. Okay, we got celebration. All right. In the warmth of this celebration, I was reminded of what we've lost and what we might still find in each other. Somebody is holding on to someone from their past, yo. It's as simple as that. That's why they can't move on with you, or you can't move on, period. Because you're still holding on from someone from your past, collective. That's the challenge. Let's keep it a buck. Let's be real. Number 71 is on that card. Breaks down to an 8. That was too many. We just want one for the present. Listen. Speculation. Chasing quick gains and ignoring long-term stability. Overestimating potential. Underestimating risk. So somebody was overestimating a return and underestimating a risk. You know what that tells me? Whoever this individual is that was in a prior situation, it wasn't equally reciprocated. That's giving me whoever this person was overcompensating for the shortcomings of someone else. 84 is on that card. 48 is on that card. I switched it around. I know 7. That would be a 17. So anyway, what is that? 12. 12 breaks down to a 3. Could have been a third party situation going on too, or you could have been thinking there was a third party situation going on. Yeah. Let's see what else. One more. We just want one more for what's the challenge of this relationship or situationship that my collective is in. And we got this one, and here it is. Comparison. Money matters. Somebody's money isn't as long as the other ones. Somebody was probably footing the bill on everything. Could have been feminine energy. I don't know. But look here. We got 8. What did I say? 3, 8. Because 26 breaks down to an 8. 62. Yeah. Whoever this individual is. In the major arcana, the number 8 is strength. All right, but if it's reversed, it's weakness, sick, lack of conviction, cowardice. All right, we know that the strength card is strong, but this is, we couldn't look at it like this. They were a coward. They were a coward. In the major arcana, yeah, I said the number 8. It affects your solar plexus, Leo energy. Yeah. Comparison. Somebody comparing they bank accounts. It says, focus on your own path and stop seeking validation from external sources. Comparison with others distracts you from your own path, and inequality in resources created tension. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Somebody was probably doing more financially than the other. There was a dollar sign out here. You see that dollar sign? That's what it looked like to me. Yep. Okay, now it says, on the flip side of this, it says, excuses for not acknowledging our differences held us back. Bridging the gap starts with honesty about what sets us apart. Only way y'all gonna come together, or could have came together, is if y'all need to sit down and talk about this financial situation. Someone could have felt more financially burdened than the other. All right, they were like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? Do you ever see things from a different perspective other than money? So you listen, y'all. You have to look at everything in the totality of value. You can't just look at a certain something and say money isn't the only thing that holds values. Basically, what I'm saying, especially in a relationship, if you coexist with someone, that person could be good at whatever, cooking, da 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 da. They like to clean, they like to fold clothes, and this and the third. You might like to cook, but you don't like to do the dishes. It's got to balance, you know what I'm saying? And maybe in this situation, whoever you're listening to this video for, it wasn't balancing. No one wants to be taken for granted. Not at all. Okay? No one wants to be thought of as, oh well, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to. Don't nobody want to. The universe is telling you to trust yourself. Okay, collective. It's something that you want to do. You need to go ahead and trust yourself on it. We're gonna get to this in just a minute, but you need to. I don't know why I had to just go break out with that. Trust yourself. All right, collective. Something that you've been thinking about doing or saying or whatever the heck about this individual. You need to trust yourself about it. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Whatever your intuition was, the breakup or whatever the case is, whatever it is that you could have been second guessing yourself about, don't do it. You were right, collective. Something wanted me to tell you that you're absolutely right. Whatever your thoughts were about a certain situation or person, the universe wants you to know you're right. Okay, tell us more about what was the question? God damn it. The differences. What are the differences and challenges? The obstacles and challenges that you face in your dating life. You're not over the person. This is specifically for you. I want to say this is for you, but you could be listening to this reading for someone else. But you're not over whoever. Someone isn't over their past person. Period. They're not over that past person. We're going to shuffle this deck right quick. See what's up. Okay. Instead of somebody going for the long game, they went for the short game. They were doing temporary fixes. Those temporary fixes, they weren't they didn't have they were temporary fixes, short fix. You know what I'm saying? Putting a band-aid on where you should have really had a tourniquet. I'm just saying. Okay, let's go ahead and split it. And there were money issues, clearly. Money issues. Somebody was stingy. It was a situationship that kept wanting to pop up. I kept seeing it as I was shuffling, but I didn't want to speculate. I don't think we need to label things or define our relationship because this person, whoever you were dealing with, baby, they were more or less like, this is not a relationship. I don't know why you see putting off feeling again. This person, they look, mixed signals. Gave me mixed signals. I don't mean to confuse you, but I don't know what I want right now. That person didn't know what they wanted. And you might not know what you want either. That's why, look. That's why you immature. Right now, I'm not really at a place in my life where I can fulfill the demands of a healthy relationship. And that's the truth. You need to listen to that. Now, people see what happens is that we see the signs, we get the signs, and we ignore the signs. But you see the signs right there, right? This ain't going nowhere. You can leave this shit alone. Look, whoever this person is jealous of you. Or you could have been jealous of this individual, jealous of the money they made, or they could have been jealous of the money you made. Your finances were on point. And whoever this individual is could have got with you for the money. We'll see in the tarot. But they could have got with you basically for the dollars. Or for the comfort. Because we're talking about obstacles and challenge that you should be aware of in your dating life. You dealing with somebody that's giving you mixed signals. They immature. They jealous. This is a situationship, ma'am. It's not a relationship, sir. Experiment. I know this is new for you, and I appreciate how open-minded you can be. Yeah, right. Look, They know this is new for you having to give anybody some goddamn money. You ain't accustomed. If you're feminine, you're not accustomed to giving anybody money. You're not accustomed to going 50-50. You're not accustomed to going none of that. None of it. Look, nothing but arguments. And that's what I said. Y'all have big disagreements over money. Big disagreements. I just wish we had healthier communication between us instead of all this unnecessary conflict and bickering. Honey, leave this shit the hell alone. Now let me tell you what these goddamn broken hearts stand for. Out of all the time that I've been dealing with this deck right here, I have not ever had this many hearts come out at one time. Broken hearts, incompatibilities, tension, obstacles, and disharmony, short-term relationship. Baby, this was over before it even got started. 4 or more broken hearts in your reading indicates obstacles, challenges, and a short-term relationship that won't last. It was an experiment. Somebody was just fucking with you just to see. I don't know what they were trying to see, but they weren't genuine. Okay, collective. I'm just the messenger, okay? I'm just the messenger. Whoever this individual... And look! I told you it was an experiment. They were pretending. They weren't serious. They could have been in a tight spot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Financially in a tight spot. Saw you. Came on to you. Flattered you up. Told you what you wanted to hear. And then the next day, you know, once they got on their feet again, they were gone. That mask. You see, they were wearing a mask the entire time. They were wearing a mask. I have not ever had this many broken hearts come out in one reading in my entire existence of reading and using this damn deck. This is a total waste of your time, ma'am, sir, whoever you are. It's a total waste of time. Total waste. All broken hearts. Nothing is going to come of this. Nothing. My bad. Nothing is going to come of this. I know. I got to be the bearer of bad news. I'm trying to see the mask. What that mask means. Is this? Child, it's probably... No, it belongs in this deck. I just don't see the mask on here. I'm trying to see what the meaning of it is. You know? Let me see. I'm looking. Child. This is wild. It says it belongs in this deck. Anyway, that's it. Let's get on into it. We know that this is nothing but arguments, fussing and fighting, a bunch of debates and back and forth, and it's just toxic, yo. My God, what the hell? What in the hell? What? Y'all, come on, what is going on? Let's see something real quick. Yeah. What's the obstacles? What's going on? We know that this individual got mixed signals. The reason why somebody isn't moving forward or whatever like that, because their emotions are all out of control, out of whack. They exhausted. Their social battery is just depleted. They could be depressed. Replaying the breakup in their mind. Could be looking at old photos of y'all, old videos of y'all. Look, broken promises. They just broken hearted, man. Disappointed expectations, failed commitments, lost trust, words meant nothing. They did send mixed signals. Oh, look, they did send mixed signals, whichever direction. Trust the signs, follow guidance. Paying attention to guidance, universe speaking clearly, following intuition. But see, somebody wasn't listening to their intuition. Sometimes you want what you want and it ain't good for you. And something tells me long before you got in too deep, you knew it wasn't right. But didn't I say whoever this person is that got what you could have, or you got with, it could have been solely for the money? That person could have been in a bad spot. Yeah, they could have been in a tight spot at the time and needed some financial support. And you were there to provide it. And once they got on their feet, once they got whatever, look, once they got on their feet, they left that ass the fuck alone. That individual didn't want no more than whatever it was they came there for. And that was to get back on their feet, regroup. You were a safe place for them to reestablish themselves. Yeah. Once they got that, once the mission was accomplished, they got the hell on. I'm telling you. That's all they wanted, was to get back on their feet. What else? One more. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. They trying to fall, y'all. I said one. Let's see. I said one. It came right back. It came right back. Or something like that. It revolves around money. It revolves around money. Somebody could have been spending, recklessly and this and the third. Jealous of how you were living, how you was coming, how your shit was hitting and everything. And they were hiding behind this mask, pretending that they liked you. But they knew you had something, and they could have been jealous of you, collective. I ain't gonna lie. Some people do some of that. Look, there it is. They knew you had it. I knew it was something like that. They knew you had it. This situation revolved around money, ma'am, sir, whoever you are. This individual told you a bunch of lies. They came at you like they were really serious. They were really into you. They really wanted you. And all the while, they were lying. They used you to get back on their feet. Hold on. Yep. They used you to get back on their feet. Okay, they had that mask up. Look, mask and a mask. I'm telling you, experiment my ass. They knew what they were doing. And then them arguments ensued because you started catching on. You started catching on, collective. Child, this person might be could have been seeing someone else behind your back too. Hidden affection, anonymous notes, unknown interest, someone's watching. Yeah, this person could have been doing some shit behind your back. Lord have mercy. Anything else for arguments? Anything else we need to know? Love bombed. That's why your ass was getting into this motherfucker's ass. Anticipation too quickly. Excessive attention, overwhelming charm, hidden control. This person had a hidden motive. They had a hidden motive, and it was, I'm going to use you until I get on my feet. I'm going to tell you everything you want to hear. But it's only on a limited time. This is only for a limited time. I'm telling you, this is a limited edition. A limited edition. They said that they weren't going to be around for a long time. They knew they weren't going to be around for a long time. Yep. Look, it says clickbait, shocking. You won't believe this story. Misleading headlines. This person was misleading you. And once you got wind that this person was misleading you, it started to become, it was a lot of arguments and disagreements and going back and forth, exaggerated truths, not what it seems. Yeah, I'm telling you, whoever this individual is, it's not what it seems. It isn't. So now let's go ahead and get into this tarot, because we had already said what it is. This person did a lot of pretending, a lot of lying, gas bombing, and the whole 9 yards. They saw you coming. They knew you had it. They knew you had a bag. They knew you were pulled together pretty, wisely. They sent mixed signals. They love bombed you. They made promises they knew they could not keep. They weren't going to keep, but it was just to string your ass the fuck along. Look, the chariot. Feelings of defeat and hindering you. Defeat, cowardice, obstacles. Something else came out about somebody being a coward. This person they just couldn't face telling you the truth because they knew what it was. They knew it was going to cause some problems. Do you think somebody is going to... This person... Listen. Instead of this individual saying, yo, I've fallen on hard times. I need to get myself together. Can you, let me stay with you for a little bit. I'll pay this and the third and save the rest of my money just so I can, get up through. But right now, I've hit some bad times. I don't have any place to stay. Whoever this individual was trying to act lightweight, pretend like they weren't half-ass homeless when they were. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, let's split the deck. All right. What do we have for putting off feelings again? Somebody avoiding trying to even get into a situationship or relationship with somebody because they're afraid. Look, and you see where that fell. We're going to leave it right there. Stability. That's what this individual was looking for. Something sturdy, something stable, something secure. They found that in you, ma'am. They found that with you. Or sir. Whoever this individual is, they knew that they would have a safe space to regroup. What else? Look. Hard work may not pay off. Unrewarding, stuck at home, toil, frustration, return from travel. You see it? Listen, whoever this individual is, they think they getting over. They think they've done something. They think that they got over on you, right? Something's going to hit them in their ass. Something shocking is going to come back around to bite them in the ass for mistreating you the way they did. This hard work may not pay off. Yeah, all of that trying to use you, collective, all that trying to goddamn come up off you, off your blood, sweat, and tears, it's not going to pay off. You can best believe that. Whoever this individual is, nah. They going to be stuck someplace else, though. They ain't going to be stuck up under you. What else? Because some arguments and whatnot have taken its toll. Somebody said, F you. Look, what I say. Uncertain of which path to take. Fear of change, stagnation, settling, low self-esteem. That's this individual. This is not your energy collective. We're going to get back to the root of this thing. These are the challenges obstacles and challenges that you need to be aware of. Somebody coming in and try and use you. If this haven't already taken place, this is what someone, be very leery of someone you could have just met. Whoever this individual is got low self-esteem. That's why they be lying and love bombing folks. What else? Oh, look, nothing is coming out in the upright for this motherfucker. Nothing is gonna come out right for this motherfucker. Nothing is going to turn out right for this motherfucker. For the simple fact that they tried to use you collective, ain't nothing going to come out right. Avoiding the reality of a situation. Denial. Yeah, whoever this person is. Scams. They tried to scam you. Out of your time, your money, your energy. And it might look like things are coming together for their ass. Look like they got that bag. What I'm going to say is this. Somebody could have just got on at a new job or whatever like that. They could have been working and saving their money. But see, they could have just got on at a new job, right? They ain't going to have it for long. And they're going to end up right back at square fucking one. They're gonna end up right back at square fucking one. And this time they won't be up under your roof. They're gonna be up under, say, they own. They still, it's still, because they immature. They're very immature, and they very immature about spending money. You see, it came out crossing. They're very immature when it comes to money. Fruitless. Yep. They're going to end up broke anyway. You know why? Because they thought they were using you for your stability, your peace, your, umbrella, getting under your umbrella. Then they got that jab. They could have got some deposits, they could have hit a lawsuit could have came in for their ass, whatever the fuck. Did they give you anything? Did they do anything for you? Did they say, here, thank you for letting me sleep on your couch? Guess what? But see, the problem is they're immature about money in the first place. They don't know how to manage it. So guess what? I don't give a goddamn how many lawsuits this individual get. If they don't know how to manage their money, they still ain't gonna have shit. And that's what's gonna shock everybody, because this person is gonna come into some money. It's too much money on this table. Somebody getting ready to come into some money. You hear me? $838, something said. $838,000, $8,380, somewhere in there. It's gonna be something along those lines where somebody's gonna come into some money and they gonna trick it off. They still gonna end up back at square one. I'm telling you, back at square one. This daggone, what is this? The Seven Pentacles. It came out crossing. Yeah, results may be less than expected, or they gonna last. They're not gonna last as long as expected. That's what I'm gonna put out. Serious business. I'm not making this shit up. Yeah. This individual, when it's in the upright, that means somebody is, working at whatever goals. They putting in the time, they putting in the effort, and this, that, and the other. This card came out crossing. They didn't have to really do a whole lot to get whatever this money is that's coming to them. I'm telling you, they didn't have to do a lot. They didn't have to do a lot. It's like a lawsuit. Like when you win something, you get a scratch off, you won some money or whatever, a settlement finally came through. Yeah. They're gonna spend it. They're gonna spend it all on frugal ass shit. I'm telling you, that money gonna go fast. You see that? That's the Knight of Wands. But that money gonna go fast. I'm telling you right now. They might spend it on a lot of traveling. You see, that's a journey. Something about Two of Wands. Oh, is that? Wait a minute. No, that's three. My bad. But anyway, I always look at that as traveling. Somebody going on a trip, though. Somebody, yeah, it is. It is say that travel. Yeah, they're gonna go on some. They're gonna go on some excursions. They're gonna go on some trips. I'm telling you, they're gonna trick it off. They're gonna get that money and they're gonna think, oh yeah, I'm good, I'm Gucci, I'm this, that, that. And they're gonna also get that good job, which they're gonna lose. They ain't gonna have that job for long. You can best believe whoever this is not gonna have that job for long. And look, here the Two of Wands came right back. A new journey. That's not gonna, it's not gonna last. It's not. You know why? Because they're a piss poor planner. Piss poor planner. Didn't I say that? They're a piss poor planner. And I'm going to tell you something else too. And I don't know. I never have my cards in my hand and like this. They were like this. You get what I'm saying? But they were like this. And you know what that's given? 10 Pentacles in the reverse. Instability. Unexpected changes. Okay? Yeah. Debt. I'm telling you. Loss. Failure. Let this individual run around here thinking that they doing the most by mistreating you or doing whatever the frick it is or whatever, using you and everything like that with their immature, jealous ass. They was jealous of the money you had. And guess what? What they gonna do is get hold to some money, and next thing you know, they gonna be trying to put it in your face like, yeah, this is what you missed out on, and boop, boop, boop. And they gonna end up right back at square one. Let me tell you something. Let me say this right here, okay? For somebody, hear me when I tell you right now, whatever money they get, for some, if they don't trick it off traveling and going places and just doing whatever the fuck, balling out, whatever the fuck, something's going to happen that's going to cause them to have to spend whatever money they got on it. Say for instance, they get $7,000, their engine gonna go out, or they get $7,000, their transmission gonna go out. I'm telling you, it's gonna be something big boy, just like that they gonna need. That money's gonna, just as soon as they get it, it's gonna be gone, and they're gonna be right back at square one. And for some, they're gonna lose their job and everything. Baby, let me tell you something. You can't go fucking around with folks thinking you doing something. You mistreat people if you want to. It comes right back on your toxic, low-vibing ass. You ain't got to worry about the obstacles, baby. The obstacle is you need to pay attention to your intuition. Stop going through this thing blind and too trusting. You got somebody in your midst that's secretly jealous of you. They're not good money managers. They don't spend their money wisely. They trick it off doing stupid shit and then turn around and need help. I'm not a vibe. It's a warning. This person's energy, okay? That weird feeling isn't attraction. It's your intuition in a trench coat, sweetheart. Waving flare guns. Oh my God. Respect it before you end up crying to a playlist again. All right now. You heard it. You got the signs. You see the signs. What else? What else? Stop romanticizing a walking red flag. This isn't mystery, honey. It's emotional unavailability in a leather jacket. He's not deep. He's just bad at texting back. Run. All right? Whoever this individual is, you saw the signs. You saw the signs. You're trying to grow a garden in someone else's emotional parking lot. Emotions. You keep watering dead soil and wondering why nothing blooms. Stop planting where nothing roots. Your love deserves, I dropped it. Your love deserves fertile ground, not potholes and tumbleweeds. You deserve so much better, collective. Go on and shut that shit down. Girlfriend, you don't need that bullshit in your life. And on that note, we're going to go ahead and end it right there. And if anything about the video happens to resonate with you in any shape, form, or fashion, do like, share, and subscribe. And if that hype button is illuminated, go ahead and hype your girl up. Hype me up. I appreciate it, okay? And once again, I want to thank all of my new subscribers for tuning into my channel. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Peace, love, and light.